let me show you what disappointment looks like. So a few days ago, I did a unboxing and setup video of the Anker MagGo wireless car charger for the iPhone 13s and 12s. And I went with this product for a number of reasons. Number one, it's Anker. I've always used Anker and trusted Anker for a few years now. And it was to make my charging in the car for my phone a bit easier, being that it is wireless. And I know that wireless charging is not as fast as wired charging, but there's a few problems with this one in particular. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the cable management for this device. Now, they do give you some sticky hooks to keep your cable onto your car dash, so it's not just hanging and flying around. But the problem is you need to put it on like the glossy material of your dashboard and not like the matte finish on the dashboard, because it won't stick. It'll just fall out. And for a car like mine, it just doesn't stick. It only sticks to the glossy part, which is only a small portion of my dashboard. And then you have the cable just hanging there while it's plugged in, and that's just ugly and a mess, especially because it plugs in back here and you got to trace it down and around. So that's one of the problems right there. Another problem is kind of like the setup of it. Now, they do make some of these car mounts that do have an extendable arm that you can change the length of it. This doesn't. It's just allowing you to change, the angle, so that if you want to put it on your windshield and not the dash, but then it's just too far out of reach, and I really don't like to have my phone mounted to my windshield, or rather on the dashboard. So that's kind of a problem right there. But the biggest problem overall was the charging. Now, I did do some charge test speeds by comparing the charging speed of this and the charging speed of my plug-in car charger. Now, even though the iPhones support around 20 watts of charging, maybe even more in some cases, I'm not too sure on that aspect, but with the 20 watt chargers, they just don't seem to be fast enough anyway. So my car charger, the plug-in, is about 17 watts, and when I use my MagSafe charger at home, even though it's plugged into a 20 watt brick, the MagSafe charger is only 15 watts. So my car charger is a bit faster than my at-home charger. Now, I'm not sure what the wattage is of this charger right here, but here's what I can tell you. It took roughly 10 minutes for this to charge my phone by 1%. Whereas using the 17 watt charger, it took 3 minutes to get that 1%. Now, if you're commuting to work and you work 10 to 20 minutes away, you're only going to see about 2% battery. At that point, you shouldn't even plug it in. Whereas if you use the plug-in charger, you're going to see, 3 minutes per 1%. You're looking at like 7 or 8% battery with that plug-in charge. Not only that, but it didn't feel like the magnet was just as strong as my other mount. I have an OtterBox mount, and while the magnets on the MagSafe cases are stronger on the official Apple ones and not the third-party ones, and that's not me being paid by Apple to say that, obviously, or me being a shill for Apple. I have a Spigen MagSafe case, and the magnet is not as strong as the official Apple ones, and so with something like this, you do have a risk of it falling from bumpy drives. Whereas if you use like the OtterBox mount and an Apple case, for example, you do get a strong connection for mounting your phone without having to worry about it falling down. Not only that, but it does have the extendable arm, and you are able to rotate your phone from portrait to landscape with ease, compared to this one where you still can do it, but there is a cable here to help charge it, and you don't want to risk damaging that anyway. Not only that, but the sticky mount on the bottom just wasn't as strong either. That's always been a problem with that. So it was disappointing for me. It's also overpriced. It's like $70 for this thing, and I think it's overpriced. Whereas the car charger was like $20, and the OtterBox was like $30 or so. So it is a bit cheaper to go that route. But if you just want to have a fully wireless experience, and you can manage the cable properly, then maybe you want to go with this, but just keep in mind of the slow speeds of charging. That's the biggest issue for this. I'm Anthony on Tech, and I'll see you guys next time.